You've probably heard the hype, right? This big, bold promise that AI is going to totally change programming. The idea is you just describe what you want in plain English, and poof, a perfect app just appears. But is this really the future we're heading towards? Or is it just a myth? Well, that's what we're going to dig into. Look, this isn't just some sci fi fantasy. It's actually the endgame of a dream that computer scientists have had for a long, long time, making programming something anyone can do. The big question is, does generative AI finally get us there? Seriously, for decades, the holy grail has been just talking to a computer in our own language and having it understand. And yeah, with the latest AI, it feels like we're right on the edge of that breakthrough. But a new study suggests we might not be quite as close as we think. So to cut through all that hype, we're going to look at the data. This whole explainer is based on a really interesting large-scale study that put this AI coding dream to the test. They asked a pretty straightforward question. Can beginners actually use AI to solve problems they've already learned how to solve? The results? Well, they were not what you'd expect. The setup for this study was actually pretty clever. They got 120 programming students, beginners, and gave them an AI code generator. But here's the kicker. Instead of getting a written description of the problem, the students only saw examples of the input and the correct output. This forced them to figure out how to describe the problem to the AI all on their own. It was a true test of their ability to communicate. And this really gets to a crucial point. Using an AI to code isn't some magic one-and-done thing. It's a whole process. You have to write a prompt, get the code, then you, the human, have to figure out if it's even correct. And if it's not, you're right back at the beginning, trying again. It's in this loop that things started to get really challenging for the students. So how did these beginners actually do in this AI coding challenge? Well, the results don't paint a picture of a seamless partnership. Instead, it was more like a fundamental miscommunication. Let's just look at the numbers. Now, when you first see this number, you might think, hey, 57%, that's not too bad. Students were, in the end, able to get working code more than half the time. But the key word there is eventually. And trust me, that one word is hiding a whole lot of struggle. And here it is. This is the proof of that struggle. The chance of getting the right code on the very first try? Less than 1 in 4. Think about that. In fact, one poor participant tried 32 times on a single problem before they got it right. That tells you that the first conversation between the student and the AI was more often than not a total failure. So what's the real takeaway here? It's just not a simple chat. It seems that beginners and these AI code generators are speaking completely different languages. They're constantly misreading each other, and that leads to this super frustrating, often pointless back and forth. Okay, but why? Why is this so hard? To get to the bottom of that, the study actually dug into what the students themselves were thinking, and what they found gives us some fascinating clues about how a beginner's mind works. This quote from a student, Red Coyote, just perfectly sums up the frustration. Can you imagine that feeling? You think you've explained yourself perfectly, in plain English no less, only to have the AI give you something that's completely wrong. When your absolute best explanation fails, what do you even do next? And that feeling of helplessness just got worse when the AI started acting, well, kind of weird. Students said it would ignore their changes, or worse, give them 2 different chunks of code for the exact same prompt. It would spit out code they'd never seen before, or code that just had basic errors. This total lack of predictability made it impossible for them to learn or figure out a strategy that worked. A huge piece of the puzzle was this massive mismatch between how students thought the AI worked and how it actually works. As you can see, they basically thought it was a fancy search engine, that it was looking up code in a database. But the reality is way more complicated. It's about predicting the next most likely word. This misunderstanding meant they kept trying strategies that just couldn't work. And check this out. This shows another tricky part of the problem. Take a look at nested lists. The students ranked this as being pretty easy, but in reality, they had a much lower success rate on it than they expected. This shows that beginners often can't even tell what's going to be hard or easy for an AI to understand, which just turns the whole process into a guessing game. So, after this major reality check, what's the verdict? Is the dream of AI coding dead? If even beginners struggle this much on problems they've already been taught, is programming as a skill safe? Or does this just mean we need a totally different set of skills?
This study pretty much forces us to rethink what prompting even is. It's not just asking for code, it's a really complex skill. You have to be able to communicate technically, you have to be able to break a problem down into smaller pieces, and this is the big one, you have to be able to read and understand the code the AI gives you back. In a way, it's a form of programming all by itself. So, what are the big takeaways here? First, using AI to rate code is not an easy shortcut. It's a legit skill you have to develop. Second, it means understanding code is actually more important now, not less, because you're the one who has to judge the AI's work. And probably the most telling thing, the study found that any prior programming experience gave students a huge, huge advantage. And that brings us to a pretty powerful conclusion. These AI code generators don't replace foundational programming knowledge. They're powerful tools that depend on that knowledge. Without those basic computer science skills, these tools aren't just ineffective. They can actually make things way more frustrating and confusing.
So this completely flips the conversation on its head, doesn't it? The question isn't about AI replacing programmers anymore. The real question is, how do we design these incredible tools to be better teachers instead of just black boxes? How can we use AI to help build a new generation of coders who are more creative and more efficient than ever before? Now, that is the real challenge and the real opportunity.